The Supreme Court today resolved a decade-old dispute between two American titans of technology. Google and Oracle have been locked in a multi-billion-dollar legal fight with high stakes for investors and future innovation. And today, the justices sided with Google. For more on what this all means, we're joined now by our senior Washington reporter, Devin Dwyer, who covers the Supreme Court for us. Devin, break it all down. Explain the case and also how the court ruled.
Yeah, Lindsay, this was dubbed the copyright case of the century, and it really involved Google's copying of 11,000 lines of computer code from Oracle's program called Java, and they used it to develop the Android operating system for smartphones, so something many of us are familiar with. Oracle said Google is guilty of an egregious case of plagiarism. They wanted $9 billion for copying that code. Google, on the other hand, said all of this was purely functional computer code. There was no copyright infringement involved. And today, the Supreme Court, in a 6-2 decision, sided with Google. Justice Breyer wrote for the majority, said Google essentially transformed that code into a new product. Take a look. Here's what he wrote. He said Google copied only what was needed to allow programmers to work in a different computer environment without discarding a portion of familiar programming language. In part, Breyer argued that Google would risk public harm if it was punished for copying that code, since so much of software development in general relies on these building blocks, using other people's code to advance that innovation. And today, the court handed a huge win to Google, Lindsay.
And what's been the reaction to that decision, and what could it mean for consumers?
Well, this is one of the most closely watched cases of the year, believe it or not, both because these are two huge American companies and a lot of people's 401ks, but also because what it means for software development in this country. Oracle blasted the decision, said it's going to hurt competition. It has emboldened a giant, a monopolist, Google, in their terms. Here was their statement. They said Google stole Java, that's the code, and spent a decade litigating as only a monopolist can. Of course, several startup companies on the side of Oracle here said, Lindsay, this could really harm startups if all the work they do can simply be copied by big giants like Google. But Google out with a statement this evening saying this is actually a win for consumers and interoperability in computer science. The company says it will benefit developers who like to build on these building blocks of technology. Of course, Google also avoids a huge penalty for copyright infringement, Lindsay.
And a lot of far-reaching implications. Devin Dwyer,
That's right.
Thanks so much.
Thank you, Lindsay.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.